God has a plan for you. Once upon a time, a ship caught in a storm in a sea. The ship got destroyed, and all the passengers in it were drowned in the sea, except one man. By the grace of God, he survived somehow and was swept to the shore. After some time, when he regained his consciousness and his eyes opened, he found himself on a desolated island. As soon as the man woke up, he started praying to God and said, "Oh God, please help me. Please send me some help." Days passed, but no one came for him. He spent his night sleeping on the beach. The next day, when he woke up, he again prayed to God, but no help came. A few days passed like this. By now, he had totally given up, taking the life of desolate island as his fate. The man started to collect some wood and grass and made a hut for himself. He collected things from the broken ship and kept them in the hut. He started surviving by eating coconuts and fish on the island. Staying in the hut, he started spending his days. One day, he lit a fire and went in search of food. When he returned, he saw that his hut was on fire. He was very sad due to the destruction of his only shelter. In anger, he raised his head towards the sky and started complaining and said, "Oh God, I told you to send me some help, but you didn't listen to my prayer. I had built a hut here to live, and you burned that too? You are very cruel." And he kept complaining God till night. And then he fell asleep on the seashore. In the morning, he was woken up by a sound which was very loud. When he opened his eyes, he saw that a ship had come to shore. He couldn't believe his eyes. He was very happy. At last, someone had come to help him. He got on the ship and the ship started sailing. After getting on the ship, the man asked the captain of the ship, "How did you know that I am stranded here in this deserted island?" The captain replied, "We saw the fire signal sent by you from the island. We understood there is someone on the island. That's why we came here." The man said, "But I didn't send any fire signal." The captain said, "We came here only after seeing the fire signal." Just then, the man remembered his burning hut. That the fire signal which the captain was talking about was his burning hut. He understood it was God's plan to get him out of the island by putting his hut on fire. He understood that God's plan is bigger than his plan for himself, and he started thanking God. If we see in our lives, we find that we do a lot of planning in our lives, but what we want does not happen, and what happens is not of our choice. We try to understand the happenings in our lives with our limited mind. When trouble befalls us, our faith starts to waver. Patience starts to break. Hope starts to fade. And we start complaining to God. While in such times, one should try to get out of trouble by maintaining faith in God. In a world over 7 billion people, God has a plan and purpose for each and every one of us. We should keep doing our efforts by keeping faith in the Almighty without losing heart. Our efforts and God's blessings together can get us out of every trouble. Therefore, in your life, you feel like your plan is falling, everything is happening against your wish, always remember that perhaps God has another plan for you, and His plan is bigger, bolder, and better than your plan for yourself.